Good day, everyone. We are going to discuss the computation of the p-value. But first, let's have the understanding of the p-value. So what is the p-value? Well, in statistics, one of the most important tools we use when analyzing data is the p-value. So, a p-value is a number that tells us how likely it is that the result we observe happened purely by a random chance. So, assuming that the null hypothesis is true, in simple terms, it measures how surprising or extreme our data it is. When we say that the p-value is the probability of an extreme result happening, we mean that it helps us check whether the pattern or difference we see in our data is real or just happened by accident. So also let's have the null hypothesis. So what is really the null hypothesis means? So the null hypothesis is a statement that there is no effect or difference between the two variables or the two data. Say for example, if we are comparing two groups, the null hypothesis there assumes that their average are the same, so there's no difference. And if we are testing a relationship, well, the null hypothesis assumes that there is no relationships or difference between the data. So we use the null hypothesis as our starting point. The p-value helps us decide whether we have enough evidence to reject it. And of course, let's have this significance. So, in hypothesis testing, significance refers to how unlikely a result would be if the null hypothesis were true. So, a result is considered statistically significant if it is very unlikely to occur by chance. So, typically, we compare the p-value to a significant level, often written as a 0.05. So, if the p-value is less than 0.05, the result is considered significant and we reject the null hypothesis. And if the p-value is greater than or equal to 0.05, well, the result is not significant and we fail to reject the null hypothesis. So, when we conduct a hypothesis test, the p-value help us answer this question. Is the difference or relationship we see in the data is real or it is just a random variation? So, in Tagalog, ang mga nakikita ba nating kaibahan sa or relationship between the two variables ay totoo or nangyayari lamang dahil sa tsansa or it is just a random variation. So, a small p-value means that observed result is unlikely to happen by chance. So, we may conduct that there is a meaningful effect or difference. So, a large p-value means that observed result could easily happen by chance. So, we don't have strong evidence to claim a real effect. In conclusion, for the first slide, the p-value measures how likely the observed result is under the assumption of no effect, while the null hypothesis assumes there's no difference or no relationship between the two variables, and while the significance tells us whether the result is too unusual to be explained by chance. So in our second slide, the alternative hypothesis. So it is the statement that there is a statistical significance or meaningful difference in the data. So it suggests that the observed result is not due to random chance. So when we accept the alternative hypothesis, it means we have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that a real effect or difference exists. So, as what I've said earlier in the first slide, the p-value measures the probability of observing your data, assuming that the null hypothesis is true. So a small p-value means that the observed result is unlikely to happen by chance, which suggests that we should reject the null hypothesis. And then a large p-value means that the observed result could easily occur by chance. So the data is consistent with the null hypothesis. And the p-value helps researchers, analysts, and readers interpret whether the study results are meaningful or just due to a random variation. So, what is really the purpose of the p-values? So, the purpose of the p-values are used to determine how unusual or extreme a data point is compared to the rest of the data set. So, they help businesses, statisticians, and analysts evaluate. So, whether a result or significant, reliable, or impactful. So, of course, we have two types of p-value. So, the first one is the one-sided p-value. So, this test checks for change in one direction only. So, example, testing if a value is greater than the expected result but not lower. And while the two-sided p-value is, this test checks for changes in both directions. So, whether the p-value is higher or lower than expected. So, this is the most commonly used type of p-value in research because it is more general and flexible.
Maraming salamat, Miss Jaya, no? Ngayon, ako naman ang magpapatuloy sa ating talakayan ngayon. Magdi-discuss sa inyo tungkol sa calculating p-value. First step to calculating p-value is to look at your data and create the null and alternative hypothesis. Example natin dito, yung ang hypothesis natin which is equal to 10. Tapos, dahil ang hypothesis mean natin ay equal to 10, ang alternative hypothesis naman natin dito is not equal to 10. Dito natin makikita sa baba, HO mean is equal to 10, H1 mean is not equal to 10. Ang HO means, ito yung null. Nakikita natin dyan sa PPT, H0, ito yung null hypothesis. Tapos ang H1, ito yung alternative hypothesis. Yung parang M naman, ito yung is that a hypothetical mean that you determine. Tapos ito yung ang not equal, ito yung equal tapos may dash. Ito yung symbol ng not equal. Ano nga ba yung null hypothesis? Ang null hypothesis is yung data na nakuha natin at yung data na nakuha natin sa pagsasaliksik natin. Kung itong dalawang to ay magkatugma, it means null hypothesis siya. Walang pagbabago. Kung sakaling yung battery ng cellphone ng isang kaibigan is nagkakahalaga ng 15,000 at saka 2 days siyang malubat bago malubat. So, naganda ka ng research or nagsaliksik ka at nalaman mo na totoo yung cellphone is worth it sa 15K dahil 2 days siyang gagamitin bago malubat. So, ito yung null hypothesis which is tama yung nakuha mong information at yung information na nasaliksik mo. Ito yung null hypothesis, walang pagbabago. Ngunit ang alternative hypothesis naman, ito yung may pagbabago. Kung sakaling yung cellphone na worth of 15K ay nalubat ng 1 day lang, yun ay meron siyang pagbabago, no? Hindi siya hindi tugma sa sinabi na 2 days siyang malulubat dahil nalubat siya 1 day lang yung gamit. So ito yung alternative hypothesis which is hindi magkatugma yung sinabi at saka sa na-research o nasaliksik mo. Dito naman tayo sa step 2 which is uses the t-test and its formula. Once you've determined both of your hypotheses are, you can calculate the value of your t-test statistic t based on your data set. Yung formula na gagamitin natin dito is yung t is equal to x na parang may dash sa ibabaw, tapos minus na parang m, slash, s, tapos slash, then square root of n. Ano nga ba yung t? T. Ang t ito yung test statistic. Kung makikita natin dyan sa PPT, ito yung t statistic. Tapos yung x, ito yung sample mean. Yung m naman, yung parang m, ito yung hypothesized mean. Ang s naman, ito yung the standard deviation of the sample. At yung n, ito yung the size, the size of the sample or the sample size. Ngayon naman dito tayo sa step 3. Use a t-distribution table. Itong distribution table o t-distribution table, makikita natin ito through online. Pwede natin siya ma-search sa online. No? And to find the associated p-value. Once you've calculated the value of the test statistic t, you can find the associated p-value by referring to a t-distribution table, which you can find on the internet. Sabi ko kanina na makikita natin to sa internet, yung t-table natin. No? Tapos meron itong 3 major significance values sa t-distribution natin, which is nagagamit ang p-value of 0.01, 0.05, and 0.1. Ano siya nga value ay nag-measure siya kung unsa kaduol ang hypothesis sa dataset. No? To use the t-distribution table, pwede kang mupili which significance value you want your data to fall within. So, you can do this by taking your sample size sa imuhang data o i-subtract mo ni siya sa 1. Parehas na lang kung sakali ang ato ang dataset or ang sample size nga ito nakuha is 11 minus. You can use the significance value choose to find the corresponding values in a table. If kung single tile mo ang gamiton distribution, need mo siya minusan og 1. If two tailed po ang imuhang gamiton, ang most commonly nga ilang ginagamit is kanang ilahan ni siyang i-multiply by 2 to get to makuha na to ang p-value. Dito is Owen wants to know if the main amount of rainfall for the month of August is 9 inches. He finds data for the last month of August, which is last year, and determines that the sample mean is 8 inches with a standard deviation of 2 inches. He decided to conduct two-tailed tests, t-tests, to find the p-value with a 0.01 level to determine if the 9 is the true mean of data. Ngayon, ang gibuhat ni Owen, gusto niya mahibalaan kung 9 inches ba ang average sa rainfall na ay sa month of August. Ngayon ay nag-form siya ng kanyang hypothesis, which is HO or ang null hypothesis, mean is equal to 9 inches sa month or sa rainfall sa month of August. Second is H1, which is ito yung alternative hypothesis, mean is not equal to 9 inches. Ngayon ito yung gagamitin natin dito yung formula na sinabi ko kanina, which is yung T formula. T is equal to 8. 8 is ito yung ilang month, ang month of August sa month of August. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, pang 8. Tapos 9, ito yung 9 inches, slash 2. Ito yung total kasi ang ginamit ni Owen. At square root of 31. Ang 31 ay may, ito yung days sa loob sa kabuuan ng month of August. So, 8 minus 9 is equal to negative 1. Slash, ito yung 2, divide, square root of 31 is equal to 0.35921, blah blah blah. Meron niyang kadugtong na numbers. Ngunit, 5 lamang ang ating kukunin numbers galing sa point o sa tuldok, which is yung 35921 ng ating kinuha. At dito naman sa pangalawa naman, ang susunod naman natin gagawin ay atin siyang i-divide to negative 1 is divided to 0.35921 is equal to negative 2.78388. So, gagawin natin yung positive, no? Ang negative gagawin natin yung positive. Dahil total naman ang kanyang, mali. Nagamit siya og t-value. So, nauna dito sa iyahang t-distribution table, masa na-locate ang iyahang 2.78388. No? O ang iyang values is 0.01. So, since na may ang sample size na to kay 31, katong 31 days sa sulod sa isa ka month of August. So, subtrakan na to na siya, muna yung N, no, ang iyahang sample size, ang 31. So, subtrakan na to siya og 1, mahimo na lang na siya og 30. Sa akong gingon ganiya nga, ang sample size, subtrakan na to siya og 1. So, mahimo na lang siya ang 30. Then, i-review na to ang T value sa 2.78388 which falls between daw na siya sa level 0.005 o 0.001 sa T-distribution table. So, kaya naman siya sa tunga sa 0.005 o 0.001. So, dito po ta magkuha sa 0.00, dito ta magkuha silang duha sa 0.005 o sa 0.001, which is the 0.003. Mo na itong anilang duha. Kunya kay nagamit man si Owen og two-tailed tests. So, iha to siyang i-multiply sa 6, which is the p-value of the tests. So, kay ang iyahamang p-value is less than man siya sa 0.01, ang iyahang significance level. So, ato ang i-reject ang null hypothesis. So, ang sa month of August, dili 9 inches ang iyang rainfall. Kung dili maglahi 8, 9, 9. So, ato siyang i-reject ang null hypothesis not equal to 9 inches. No, sa month of August. Ang rainfall sa month of August. At dito nagtatapos ang aming talakayan sa hapon na ito. Naway, marami kayong natutunan kahit paano sa aming diskusyon. At yun lang, maraming salamat.